So you're thinking about buying a sporty van and you've come across the Toyota Sienna. You think you need it? You think you want it? Here's everything you need to know about the Toyota Sienna and why you might want to buy one. Alright, so who am I and why should you listen to me? So, I've been in the automotive industry more than a decade. I have 3 college degrees for automotive and 1 in business. That includes classic restoration, automotive technologies, and high-performance racing technologies. More importantly, I am a private writer for automotive content. I'm what's called a ghostwriter. That means that I go out, I do all the research, I do all the writing, I do everything to do with the article, and then the article gets sold to a company, and then that company is able to post that article saying that they are the professionals on the subject. Unfortunately, that means I don't get any credit. That means I do a lot of hours of research and a lot of hours of putting stuff together, and I don't get a bit of credit. So what I decided to do, and this is starting right now, this is the first video I'm going to do it on, is when I do the research for these companies, that's my research, okay? That I'm the owner of that research. The article itself, that is the ownership of the company. So I can't read the article to you guys. I can't show you guys the article. I can't have anything to do with this article. But what I can do is I can give you the information that I found out in my hours of research leading up to that article. So here we are. The Toyota Sienna. You decided you wanted to buy a badass van and you came across the Toyota Sienna. I say that after the research, guys. Now again, I have no affiliation with Toyota. I'm not a salesperson. I don't get anything if you buy a Toyota Sienna. I just did a bunch of research on Toyota Siennas and I want to tell you about them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be looking at this article that I wrote as a reference, just so I can, nick the little boxes as we go. That's it. So, here we go. Toyota Sienna, I'm going to call it a sports van. I am not going to call it just a van. I'm not going to call it a minivan. I am genuinely going to call this a sports van. Almost saying utility van. Just because of what you can get with it. Now, Toyota has been doing a real big push in 2022 on 3 main points, okay? They want high performance, they want extreme safety ratings, and they want something that you as an owner can take and really customize and make it your own and go wherever you want with it. That means if you want to go get groceries, you better have one awesome car to go get groceries in. If you want to go take your kids to soccer practice, you don't want to get stuck in the mud, they're going to do that for you. You want to go overlanding? Toyota's doing a big push for overlanding right now, trying to get you out into nature and exploring, and the Sienna's no different. Yeah, overlanding van. Not joking. The general shape of the Toyota Sienna is kind of impressive. When you step back and you look at it from a complete side view, it almost has that shape of an old wagon, where it kind of comes up and it slopes down to the back. But again, we're talking about a full-size 3-row seating van, okay? So that's kind of interesting. It's like wagon upscaled. It looks good, okay? The LED lighting on the front and rear, they look awesome. They did great with the body lines. I think you just have to look at one. You have to see it and you have to know what you're getting into because they look great. One thing that I cannot stress enough is storage compartments, or more importantly, how much room you gain by putting them rear seats down. I don't know about you guys, but even if I'm buying a 3-row seat van, I probably don't need 3-row seats. I mean, we bought a brand new Ford Bronco Sport Badlands Edition, and I don't think I've ever had anyone in my back seats. The seats have stayed folded down for the dog. So, I'm going to use that storage space. This is 101 cubic feet of storage space when you put both the rear seats down. 101. That's like insane, guys. You put whatever you want in there, okay? That's kind of what this comes down to. 101 cubic feet of storage space. You're going to get a lot of cool options with this, okay? You're going to get your general whites, but you're going to get like what's called a wind chill pearl, which is going to be their white with a little bit of pearls into it, a little bit of silver pearl. They did a lot with like silvers and grays. They did they called a celestial silver metallic, which was their silver with a silver flake on top of that. They did a cement color, which was their like kind of mellow gray. They did what's called a pre-dawn gray mica, which was a darker gray with a black metallic into it. But they did some really cool like ruby flare pearls, which was a bright red with a red pearl in it to really get it to pop in the sunlight. They did a bronze mica, which I think was awesome. I'm a big fan of the color bronze, but a bronze mica with some metal flake in it was awesome looking, guys. They also did a cypress, which was like a darker green, like the cypress tree. And then they did what they call blueprints, which was their dark blue. And I'd say it's a little darker than like Like if you remember lightning blue, like some of those bright blues, it's like bright, but it's still darker, if that makes sense. Interior wise, okay, what's cool about the Sienna is the front, they've made it like a full feel for the driver and passenger, okay? You're sitting in captain's chairs, like nice bolstered bucket seats, and then there's this cool center console that runs all the way up the center and then breaks apart into the dash and then runs down the doors. You really feel like you're in this vehicle, okay? Everything's push button start and keyless entry, which means you keep the key fob in your pocket. I don't have my Bronco Sport key fob. You keep it in your pocket or you keep it in your bag. When you put your hand in the door handle, it's going to unlock. You're going to be able to push start it when you get in. I love it. I've fallen in love with it. You get out and you want to lock the door, close the door behind you, put your hand on top of the door handle, everything locks up and you walk away. That's cool, guys. I'm not one for newer vehicles. Everything I own is older because I like older vehicles, but that is quite a something to have. So really, they're having this focus on luxurious feels, okay? With the base models and a lot of the models coming up, you're going to get the captain's chairs in the front and then some really nice, like, bucketed bench seats in the back, okay? They're bench seats, but they have those side bolsters to really hold everyone in place. And then when you get up to your higher packages, they're actually putting those captain's chairs in the back, too. All leather captain's chairs in the back for the highest package. That's kind of cool depending, who you're driving around or, how nice you want everything to be. I mean, you have those options, okay? A random fact that I found absolutely hilarious, guys, and I've posted it in multiple places. I can't help it, okay? This thing comes with 18 cup holders. 18. Now, I just researched this vehicle. I can tell you right now, I can't in my head picture where 18 cup holders go. I can't do it, but it comes with 18 cup holders. You are never going to need a drink carrier again. Never. You go into a drive-thru and they're like, you want a drink carrier? You just laugh in their face. You're like, I got 18 cup holders. Like, what's going to happen? You're going to go into, like, a drive-thru. They're going to accidentally give you, like, double the drinks. And now you're like, oh, I need 18 cup holders. It only holds up to 8 people. And then when you have the people in the back and the center, you probably can't put any cups in there anyways, right? Right? So, really, you can only have, like, 6 people and 18 cup holders. Or you could have, like, 8 people and like 14 cup holders. I don't know why you need 18 cup holders, but you have them. There's 7 USB ports. You guys are never going to fight over who's plugging into anything ever again. 7. From front to back, you have USB ports. You're going to plug in, okay? Your stuff's getting charged. Don't even think about it. Don't even worry about it. It's going to be able to connect to pretty much any music device out there. I am talking Apple Play, Android Play or Auto, Sirius XM, Amazon Alexa, satellite radios, pretty much Bluetooth, anything you want. If you want music, you're going to play it in here, okay? This ain't even a question anymore. So going down some of the models. The LE is your base model package, okay? But the LE is coming with like a hybrid 2.5 liter engine with a constant variable transmission, putting out like 245 horsepower, 36 miles a gallon on this huge van. I mean, you can't lose with that, right? A lot of stuff in here is going to be hands-free, buttons all over the steering wheel so you can just push it and talk. I mean, it's the base model is a very luxurious model. Don't, like, overlook this, okay? The XLE model is going to be your base model with some of your, like, upgrades, nicer seats, a moonroof so you can see out into the stars in the middle of the night. And then when you want to get into your adventure models, this is what I'm impressed by. Let's just be honest. They have what's called the Woodlands Edition. Comes with like a tow package on the back, roof racks so you can store stuff up on top. It comes with like upgraded all-wheel drive setup, nicer suspension, all sorts of cool things. Okay, so you're gonna be able to get off-road. You're gonna be able to go have fun, have a good adventure. I mean, it even comes with an inverter so you can plug 110 plugs in. That's kind of awesome, right? Let's just be honest. They have what's called the XSE. That's their sports edition. You're talking like car suspension. I can't stress enough. Like, Toyota's really trying to make a van for everyone. They have a sports edition. They literally have a van sitting on different tires with a road suspension dropped a little bit so you can go down the road and have a good time. Like, come on. That's awesome. So then we're going into their highest models, and these are your limited package and your platinum prep package. Your limited package, you're going to have some different things like chrome exterior trims, a different front bumper. You're going to have higher quality sound system and speakers. They use JBL speakers. And then when you get into your platinum package, this is where they're going to put the caption chairs in the front and the back. They're going to give you all leather everything, a bigger screen for your entertainment device, all sorts of insanity. I did a section that was talking about safety and all the different safety electronics and technology that Toyota's put into this van. They've done this across the board for all their new vehicles. It's intense. It's like pre-collision system, pedestrian detecting if someone's crossing the street, lane departure alert assist. So if you're driving, you start to veer, it'll push you back into your lane and vibrate the steering wheel or let you know. Full speed range dynamic radar cruise control. Okay, so this, you're going to set it. So you're going 55, a dude in front of you is doing 53. The vehicle actually slow down to 53 so you don't catch him. So you don't have to slow down. You don't have to do anything, okay? I drove with one of these in a newer Jeep. It was cool. I loved it. You don't think about it, and it's great. It's going to have things like automatic high beams, road sign assist. It's literally going to use a camera to read the road signs as you're driving down the road, so it can be like, oh, we went from 55 to 35. Probably don't get arresticated. You don't use the word rusticated if you're going to... Don't. It ain't a word. It ain't a real word. It's going to have blind spot monitors for when you're backing up. Cross traffic alerts, which means when you are backing up, if somebody's driving, approaching from the side, like say you're backing out of a parking spot, someone's approaching, it's going to let you know. And it's going to surround you with airbags all around the whole thing. This is about one of the safest vehicles you can get. And I mean that when I say when you go to like the IIHS site and look at the safety ratings on this, it's like green across the board. Like it's a 5-star, nothing's downfall. The only thing is they say it's safer to put your kids in the second row, not the third row. The ones in car seats. That's about the only thing. And it's still like excel in like good enough. But, you know. So, one of the things I have to give Toyota big credit on here is they've partnered with Brawnability and VMI to make accessibility in these vans. Okay, so this isn't just a van that you go out and buy. Now you have all these options on the market that are built specifically for this van. Okay, you're talking like side loading ramps, rear loading ramps, lifts for large wheelchairs, swivel and drop out seats, the electronic swivel and drop out seats, so you can get in and out if you have issues with that. And everything, like I said before, it can be touchscreen. It can all be done by your voice. So, as somebody who has, disability issues, I have a TBI, which is why you'll see me stutter over my words sometimes, and I have, like, bad spinal injuries and blown out hip and stuff from when I was in the service. I have to think about these things for the future. Okay? There's that idea that someday my hips could just completely be done, and what do I drive? Am I unable to go drive my cars now? And I can't climb in around my truck, so what do I got? Well, at least now I know that somebody at least is thinking about this and has built a pretty cool van out of it. I'm not one for vans. I don't own a van, but it's getting there, isn't it? After reading this, you're thinking about it. So, that's kind of all I have for you on the Toyota Sienna right now. This is just what, like I said, this is what I did to research on to put it into this paper. Ultimately, what I'm seeing with the Toyota Sienna is that if you want something out of a van, it's there. If you want the space to be able to carry whatever you need to carry on your day-to-day, you have it. It's a good-looking van, okay? It's eye-catching and good-looking. You can get it in pretty much whatever color you want, so that's always nice. And performance-wise, they all kind of come with the same hybrid engine, but you do have your all-wheel drive options. I'm not big on hybrids. It's just my nature of things, but I can't downplay them, okay? You're talking, what did I say, 36 miles per gallon average highway in city. With the way everything's going, guys, you got to think about that stuff. Okay, you got to think about where your power consumption is. If you have the option to run something like a hybrid, if it benefits you, do you have charging stations? Is it going to ramp your bill up at home if you're trying to charge a car? You need to be thinking about these things personally. I live in the country, and hybrid's not really an option out here unless I plug into my house, and we're pretty self-sufficient and use very low power, so I would prefer not to do that. It's personal preference. If a hybrid works for you, this might be the van for you, okay? Again, this is like your all-around van. If you're just going to use it to go shopping, it's great. If you're going to use it to go to the park, it's great. If you're going to use it to go adventuring, it's great. If you want a sporty van, it's great. You have the options out there. The prices, in my opinion, aren't terrible, and that's saying below 50 grand. I say aren't terrible because I mean, obviously, if you're looking at a new vehicle, you're going to be paying that right now. That's MSRP. With the way the car market is right now, you might be paying more. But remember, guys, you're not locked into a single dealership. If you go to a dealership and you don't like what they have on the lot, go to the next dealership. If you go to a dealership and they don't treat you the way you want to be treated, go to the next dealership. You're not locked into this dealership. And even if you buy your car through a dealership that's willing to give you a deal or sell it to you at MSRP, you're not locked into that dealership for all of your maintenance. If you find out you don't like something at that dealership, go to the next dealership. All your warranties, all of your coverages, they're through Toyota. They're not through the dealership. So pick up your stuff and go to the next dealership, because the next dealership's going to appreciate your business. And you're going to find one that you really like to work with. Don't be afraid to do that. The place where I bought my Ford, nothing to do with where I go for my maintenance. As a matter of fact, I bought my Ford when I was on the other side of the country visiting family. And then when we got back, we went to the Ford right down the road from us. And I wasn't super enthused with everything that they had going on. We needed some body work done, and I wasn't happy with their setup for body work. I went 2 or 3 towns over and found myself a really nice Ford dealership, had all my body work done there. You have to pick and choose who you want to work with, because it's about you. It's not about them. And this is your car. If you buy this, absolutely find somebody good to work with, because everything's going to be under warranty. And you don't want to pay for it. Actually, you're not going to pay for it. That's the way the game is played. So that's the Toyota Sienna. I think it's a great vehicle. I am impressed by it, even though I don't have vans, even though I haven't been in or around a van in probably 15 years from when I was a kid. We had vans when I was younger, so I appreciate what they're doing. They're going back to the travel idea of a van. That's cool, guys. They're going back to the idea that you can get a van with high fuel economy and get yourself and your family out in nature. Your whole family, because you got 3-row seating and 18 cup holders. I don't know why you need 18 cup holders. I still ain't figured it out. I've asked some bunch of people across the internet why you would possibly need 18 cup holders. Nobody's got an answer for me. But you know what? This is everything you need to know about the Toyota Sienna. I hope you get one if that's what you like. If not, I'm sure Toyota's got other vehicles for you, or Ford has other vehicles for you, or you can do dumb things like Gus and just buy things, cut them up, and build cool stuff. It's not the option for everyone. Buy what you like. Test drive everything. You're never stuck on one vehicle. There's a lot out there, guys. That's the cool thing about today's world. We have so many options. If you don't like the truck that Dodge is building at the time, go to Chevy or go to Toyota. But most importantly, find what you like, get out there and explore, and have a good day.